Roll out your mat and bring those good vibes. Let's get started. We're going to start with some deep belly breaths. I like to put my hands all over. I like to check in here. Feel into the heart space, feel into that core, really activate that breath and connection to the physical body. Let's just spend a couple moments here breathing deeply into the body, activating our emotional centers. Let's feel into gratitude. Let's feel into peace and joy. And let's invite these emotions into our movement practice. Let's get started. So we're going to stand with our feet a little bit wider than hip distance and the toes pointing out. I like to lift my toes here and then anchor them into the ground, connecting to the earth. Hands come up overhead as we deeply squat. This is just warming up the body here, feeling into those bigger muscles. I'm going to start with some pulse movements just to feel into the lower body. Just waking up, warming up that lower body, allowing the spine to stay nice and neutral and straight here, not letting the chest collapse at all, and just feeling into the earth underneath you, pressing it gently away, feeling the breath, waking up those larger muscles. No bouncing here. This is very controlled movement. And we're going to start to make those squats a little bit deeper and larger. So just feel in. See if you can sink that bottom all the way towards the floor. And then come about 3/4 way up. Sinking those hips deep, just allowing them to open up and then come up to standing. Let's come into hands and knees into a tabletop position for some cat-cow, just waking up the entire body. As you inhale, you look up, pull the earth towards you, and as you exhale, round that spine and push the earth away from you. Inhale, pull the earth towards you as you look up, and exhale as you push the earth away from you. Inhale again, looking up, pulling that chest through, and exhale, pushing the earth away, really exaggerating that spine. Inhale to look up, and exhale as you push away. Move through this with your breath. Make it feel good. Waking up the entire body here. Tuck those toes, push into down dog, and just pedal those feet here. Make it feel good. Just move around. Nothing formal, nothing fancy. Just move, waking up the body. Hands on those tippy toes, just shifting the weight. Then step forward and come to standing. Let's get going with some arm swings, just opening up the upper body, just feeling through time and space, pushing and pulling the arms, open and close. You get a little bit of bounce going here just to activate those good vibes. I like to close my eyes here. I like to smile. Just feel good, opening up that heart channel. And let's get started with this circuit. We're going to start with backward alternating lunges. And we're just going to move mindfully, nice and slow, gracefully. Don't let that back knee drop all the way to the floor. Let it hover. Let it hover. Just moving through. As you notice, I like to bring my arms up just to keep that spine nice and neutral, but find what works for you here. I just like to swing my arms through the movement to get that full extension in the spine. But find what works for you. Just rotating and alternating in those backward lunges, waking up that lower body. Nice big breaths, send them to those large muscles. Check in with your internal dialogue. What does she sound like? Is she tired? Is she excited? Is she ready for this workout and ready for this day? Feeling good. All right, now we're gonna move into body weight squats, but they're gonna have a nice little pause and hold at the bottom there. So again, I like to bring my arms up as I squat down just to keep that spine nice and neutral. And we pause at the bottom. And when we rise to the top, we don't lock those knees out, but we give those quadriceps a nice little squeeze at the top. So just move through this movement, those nice little pauses at the bottom, allowing the glutes, the hamstrings, the quads to just fire up, getting ready for the day. Nice little pauses at the bottom, moving through those squats. Big breaths. Send big breaths to those big muscles. We're going to hold this last one here. Woo. Okay, moving into lateral lunges. You want to look at where you're going. I'm going to give you a couple of variations here. The easiest one is going to be this first variation where we just move through, stepping wide to the side, lunging down, and then coming back to center. Just going to move through this first variation on one side. I like to call this my ninja move. Like, activate your internal ninja here. Swing wide and then press the earth away to launch you back into that center space. Find what works with your arms here. Notice that if your arms stay still, it actually makes it harder. So let your arms move with the movement. As we switch to the other side, again, this is the first variation of this movement. So you may choose to stay here or progress with me. Notice how on this side I switched my hand movement where now I'm clapping behind myself. That's just what feels organic to me when I switch to this side. Find what works for your inner ninja. Nice. Keep it going. Lunge. All right, here we go. We're going to step it up into the next variation where we lunge. I'm going to add in what I call boink. Boink, and then high knee. Lunge, boink in, and then high knee. Lunge, and then no boink, high knee. So find what works for you. This would be the most advanced variation here where we have no boink, no pause, and we just go straight from that lateral lunge right into that high knee. Here again, I show you a modified version where we make that little pit stop before the high knee. So just find what works for you. Can you lower into that lunge and launch all the way into that center position with the knee up? Or do you have to make that little pit stop of that boink movement just to keep that momentum going and gracefully lift that knee? Find what works for you. And remember to smile. We're training our thoughts to feel good with our body, like that little Michael Jackson swipe over to switch sides. Here we go. We got a boink and a high knee, lunge, boink, and then a high knee. Oh, almost lost it there. And then here we go. No boink, straight into the high knee. Find what works for you to activate that inner ninja. Again, always be smiling here because we are making all aspects of our brain connect right now to our body. Enjoy it. Enjoy challenging the body into these graceful ninja type movements. Here we go. You'll see where I like to check in with my core as I bring that knee up. Just to touch that activated spot, bringing the awareness to that muscle. Checking in with how it feels. And I have a little boink at that one just to keep my momentum going. But again, it always makes me smile. It's not about perfection. It's just about playing with the body here. We're going to switch right back into deep lunges with a pulse now. So we lower down, and we get pretty deep, and we just pulse up to about 3/4 of the way to the top, and then 3 little pulses after pulse, 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 come up to the top. Here we go. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Notice how slow those pulses are. Pulse, and come up. Little baby pulse, and come up. Pulse, and come up. Very small micro movements here with large muscles. Pulsing and then coming up. Okay, now we're going to transition to the floor for some upper body and core movements. So we're going to come into a bear position, bringing the knees, stacking them parallel to the floor, the shins. We're going to work through some shoulder taps here. Notice how you have to counter your balance when you lift one arm. Really fight that opposite side that is making you feel imbalanced. Push through that opposition and push back into down dog. Just breathe. As we switch into push-up to mountain climber, I'm going to give you a couple variations. This is the most advanced form. This is a full push-up into what I call a slow, controlled mountain climber. Or you can drop down into a modified version of push-ups on the knee, tucking the toes back into that little down dog position, and then gliding that mountain climber through with control. So again, find what works for you here. Whether it's a full push-up into mountain climber, or a half push-up into mountain climber, or a combination of the two. See if you can challenge yourself to do one full push-up with a mountain climber on each side in between, or add a combination where one push-up is a full one and the next one is a half push-up. Just moving through with control. Push-up into slow mountain climber, back into push-up, and then mountain climb on the other side. Push into down dog, and come onto the forearms for just a static plank hold. So let's really focus on sinking those hips, getting the entire body parallel with the floor, and having a neutral position in the spine. So we don't want to be looking down towards our belly, but we also don't want to be looking up towards the ceiling. We want to keep everything parallel to the floor. And we come back to standing, and we're going to do it all over again. Just a little different, but all over. Back into those backward lunges, swooping the arms up, just activating the entire body here as we step back and then push the earth away to come to standing. Again, not allowing that back knee to drop all the way to the floor, it just hovers there. Utilizing the arms to just wake up the entire body as we rotate and alternate in these backward lunges. Breathe, big breaths. And a nice little hold on these last two. Hold in that lunge. And come back to center standing position for those squats. Again, I like to keep my arms up. It's going to keep that spine nice and neutral. So these squats have a nice pause at the bottom. And just swinging the arms through, but we're not creating any momentum here. If anything, since this is the second round, we're going to slow down even more. Right about now is when the mind starts to kick in and wants to start rushing. We're going to slow it down as we work through these squats. Stay with your breath, stay with your smile. Really just pushing the earth away. Back into those lateral lunges. Take a look at where you're going before you land, and come back to center. Find what works for your arms. Watch as I switch mine up, if this feels better. This is what I would call activating my inner ninja here. Just breathing through this movement, finding how the upper body can help counterbalance that lower body movement, and just flowing through it. Whoop, a little swipe to the other side, switch sides. Here we go. Lunge and back center. Lunge and back center. Big breaths. Keep that smile going. Really starting to burn now. Waking up that lower body. We're making everything talk right here. We've got balance, lower body, upper body, got brain mixed with heart, with muscle. Connecting energetic body to the physical. Swoop, swipe on over to the other side, and we're going to kick it up a notch with that lunge and high knee. Lunge to whatever variation you need to create that shape. Lunge, high knee. Really feel through space and time here. Feel your body move through space, connecting you to everything around you. Lunge to high knee, however you've got to get there. Even if you have to do like 3 boink boinks in the middle just to get that knee driven up towards the nose, that's fine. Really feel how the entire body has to move here. Swoop, swipe on over to the other side. I feel like it's necessary to be like a little Michael Jackson right here. And again, move through this movement. Challenge yourself to remove that modification. See if you can lunge down and launch into that high knee position while keeping control. Find that rhythm. Check in with that belly muscle. Make it talk to you. Can you feel your core helping you launch back into this upright position, but also maintain that balance, strength? You'll notice I keep checking in with that muscle, just making it talk, connecting. Launch and lift. All right, we transition back into those deep squats. Right about now, your heart rate should be increasing, so we pause in these squats. We want to talk to ourselves here. Tell us, slow down. It's okay. Typically, we want to rush. So we slow these squats down, working with a lot of intention here. Feel the earth underneath you as you press it away to come to standing. Feel your heart rate increase. Feel the sweat. And allow the body to breathe. Stay in that squat. Stay in that squat. Breathe. Breathe. And come to standing. As we transition back to the floor, into our bear position. This time we're going to do walkouts rather than shoulder taps. So we're going to step back, step in, step in, step back, in, and in, out, in, out, in, in. Make sure to keep those hips nice and level. Really feel the opposition happening. Really feel into the opposite side of the body that's trying to counter that imbalance. And breathe. In. Push back into down dog. And just pedal those feet. Make it feel good. Oof. Again, where's that heart rate? Check in with the heart rate as we walk out into a plank position as we prepare for those push-ups. So we push up, and we slowly and control into a mountain climber. Push up, mountain climber on the other side. You can drop down onto the knees for a modified push-up. Tuck those toes and back into that slow and controlled mountain climb. Push up, mountain climber on the other side. Nothing is fast here. Everything is with intention. So find which version of that push-up works best for you, and then make sure that you're drawing that knee towards elbow, armpit, nose, anywhere in that general direction. And squeeze when you get there. So work through these push-ups and press back into down dog. Pedal those feet one more time. Just make it feel good. As we come back to the forearms, for just that static plank hold. So check in. You'll notice a lot of little minor adjustments that I make here. Those adjustments are imperative. Feel into gravity, the gravity that you're fighting right now to hold yourself up. Imagine that you are light as a feather. And come onto the knees and back to standing. Let's check in with that heart rate, that internal dialogue. We're going to slow it down with these backward lunges. Breathe through them. Keep that chest high, swinging the arms but not creating any momentum. So we alternate in these backward lunges. That back knee hovers. The front leg is the forceful leg pushing the earth away from you to bring you back to standing. So just alternate through these backward lunges. Transitioning back into those squats, let's check in with the heart rate and slow down even more. Pausing at the bottom, coming back up to standing, and lowering and pausing. Check in. And you slow down your heart rate. Slow down your breath. These nice paused squats. Slow it down. As we prepare for our ninja movements, again with those nice lateral lunges, again look at where you're going before you land. Lower into that deep lateral lunge and launch back into that center position. Find what works for your arms. So look at where you're going, land, and then launch back into that center position. Notice where your chest is. Is it wanting to collapse? Can you sink the lower body while maintaining the upper body? Swoop, swipe over to the other side. Look at where you're going, land, and then launch. Lower that lower body down, but keep that chest up. Check in with your smile. And bring the awareness to your mood. Bring your intention to your heart space as you move through these lateral lunges. Swoop, swipe on over to the other side. As we kick it up a notch, we launch and we lift into that high knee position. Lower into that lateral, launch into high knee position. Figure out what version works best for you. If you have to make a little pit stop at center before you lift, it's totally fine. Smile. Big breaths. Launch all the way into that high knee position. Lower and launch. Switching sides. I think I'm getting better every time at that move. Look at where you're going. Lower into that lunge and launch. See how ninja-like you can be when you get to the top. Can you really hold that position? Don't hold your breath. You just hold that little pause with that knee up towards the nose, balancing on the standing foot. Check in with that smile again. I want to really touch on the importance of smiling while we move like this. It's easy to like make your face really strict here. It's really easy to control your facial expressions into what appears to be a negative place. So let's constantly check in with that. Bring our awareness to a smile. As we come back into our bear position, and move back through those shoulder taps. So feel into that counterbalance, that opposing side of the body that wants to lift. You just move slowly here, keeping everything as still as possible as you rotate through those shoulder taps. Check in with the spine. Can you keep your neck in a nice neutral position? And push back into down dog. Pedal those feet just for a moment. Feel good. And prepare for those push-ups again. Here we go. Push up and mountain climber. Push up and mountain climber on the other side. Really squeezing, really drawing the knee towards the nose. And then work through a modified version if you'd like, where we drop down onto the knees. Push up into mountain climber. Nice and controlled. Lower down into that push up. Push the earth away and squeeze knee towards nose. Push up and switch sides for that mountain climber. Drop down onto the knees if you need to. Sometimes I just like to mix them all in as a combo. Sometimes I don't have the energy to do full push-up posture the entire time. So I mix in the two. Find what works for you. Push back into down dog. Pedal those feet again. Make it feel good. And shift the weight onto the forearms and sink those hips, creating that nice parallel line to the floor. Constantly be checking in. Can you draw the belly button up towards the ceiling? Can you pull those internal abdomen muscles up? And don't forget to breathe. Big breaths. And smile. Breathe and smile. Alright, let's drop down. Out of that, yay, we can lower onto the ground here. Okay, we're going to move through this core engagement. This is my favorite movement. More than likely, I will do this in every class because it's that favorite to me. So we're going to push hands into knees, knees into hands. It doesn't look like much, but this movement is extremely humbling. So there's a lot going on here, a lot of pressure. Pushing the hands into the knees and then pushing the knees back. As we transition into a full dead bug, I'm going to keep one hand on knee with that pressure. As I alternate hands and feet extension, the hand that's left on the knee has constant pressure. Never letting that pressure go as we alternate the hands and leg extension. Working through this alternating dead bug, stay grounded and connected to the breath. This is very important. I practice like I'm blowing out a birthday candle right here. Like my breath is intense in this movement. We're going to move into bicycles, but a lot more slow and controlled bicycles than what you're probably used to. So make sure elbow fully touches knee. Make sure lower leg fully extends out but does not touch the ground. And make sure shoulder blades stay completely off the mat the entire time. We're only doing 10, but they're going to be flawless. You're halfway done. Keeping those shoulders high off the mat, keeping the elbows drawing towards that knee. The extended leg stays off the ground the entire time. Woo! You did it. We're going to work through some leg raises now. So bring both legs up as we alternate, lowering one leg down, tapping that calf or heel to the floor, and bringing it back up. Find what works for your arms here. Arms down to your sides is going to give you the most support. You can bring your hands and connect them in front of your heart for less support, making the movement more challenging. We slowly, intentionally lower that leg down and bring it back up. Slowly, intentionally. Firmly pressing the spine to the ground. And we come up into this hollow body hold. Woo! Breathe. We are going to hold here. Legs up, arms up, head up. Hold everything except your breath. Woo! And release. Bring your hands to your heart and your belly and your breath. Feel into this energy that you've created for yourself, this connection, this moment. Scooch your bottom over to one side of your mat and bring one leg all the way across you into a nice spinal twist. If only for a moment. Just breathe. Nice spinal twist here. We were sparks on quiet streets, two hearts finding where to meet. Big breaths. Swing that upper leg over, scoot the glutes over to the other side of the mat, and switch that top leg, drawing it all the way over and across the body, creating that beautiful twist. Turn your gaze to the opposite side. And just breathe. Breathe into the spine, into this moment, allowing the breath to return back to normal, and bring those knees back center. Let's windshield wiper them out. Feet are planted, knees are bent. Just create a little windshield wiper with the knees and the hips. Just allowing them to swing as far as they want to go. And work your way up to seated. Big breaths. Let's take some deep, deep breaths here. Just a little pause, a moment of gratitude. And then reach your arms over to the left side of you while seated. And just pull here. Reaching all the way over to the left side of the mat. And then move through to the other side, allowing those ribs to just open and expand while your breath returns back to normal. Breathe and come back center. Deep breath. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Thank you so much for our time together. I hope you have a wonderful day.